Mr. Sunny is at it again. I swear this guy never ever sleeps. He must just be working on trying to invent things constantly, all day, every day. And this time around, he's got 3 pretty unique ideas. The first of which is a brake for your front gate. If you have that issue of it swinging open and closed in the breeze, or if you want to keep it open or stuck in one position. With some scrap metal, a nut, a bolt, and a well-coiled spring, you can pull this one off. And of course, the same principle applies to all doors, but just the fact that it's made of metal probably makes it an exclusively outdoor idea. You wouldn't want this scratching up the tile or parquet wooden floor in your house. Just a couple of adjustments now, some teeth being carved into it, and a handle soldered on. There you can see it. Now attached to that front swinging gate. And check it out. Once in place, easy enough to fold away. And when the doors open nice and wide, put down the brake. Now here is a handy way to be able to bend cable or rods. And maybe that's a tool you need for your next project. Well, check out this handy way of pulling it off. A few pieces of scrap metal soldered to the inside of that spinner. And to that, a little more scrap metal. Probably the best thing about all of these ideas is that they're built from scrap, so very inexpensive. I know that word inexpensive is music to my ears. So there you go. Simple enough to put together, now fixed into the vise. And just check how easy it is to bend those metal rods. Easy peasy. The last one, the simplest to put together. And it's a pretty basic tool for helping you to clean the threads on old screws and bolts. Sometimes they're sitting around for a long time. They'll pick up rust, dirt, grime, maybe dried grease. Well, using a blade and an angle of scrap metal, and then of course a spring to keep that tension, you can put one of these together. You can see now that the blade slots into the groove that was cut out just above that bolt. Time to create that tension. The spring loaded onto the bolt and then attached to the blade. And watch how effective this is. Just insert and twist.
السلام عليكم. لا تنسوا الإعجاب بالفيديو والاشتراك في القناة تشجيعا لنا لنستمر بنشر المزيد إن شاء الله.